this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to build your automated or live webinar funnel in just a few minutes. When you sign into your account for the first time, you'll be shown the webinar dashboard. On the webinar dashboard, you'll see all the webinars in your account. You'll also see this button to create a new webinar. Depending on your plan, you'll be able to create a new automated webinar, a new live webinar, or a webinar series. Simply choose the option you want to get started with creating and editing your webinar. Once you've created your webinar, you'll be taken to the Details Settings page. This is where you'll be able to edit some basic information about your webinar, as well as set up your webinar session schedule. We can get started by filling out the name and title. The name setting is not public facing and is for internal use only. That means registrants and attendees won't see this. Whereas the title is public facing and can appear in places like our built-in emails, text messages, and browser tab titles. Below that, we have our webinar duration setting. This is the length of your webinar in hours, minutes, and seconds. For automated webinars, this should typically match the length of the video you're using. For live webinars, you can use a general estimate of how long you think you will go live for during your sessions. We recommend trying to be as accurate with the duration as possible, as it does affect things like webinar analytics, and also when post-webinar emails, text messages, and integration events are triggered. After that, we have our attendee sign-in setting. If you enable this option, registrants will need to enter the information they used to register for the webinar in order to enter the webinar watch room. Please see our dedicated tutorial on attendee sign-in for more details. Next up, we have our password setting. You can use this to enable password protection for your webinar watch room. Once again, you can check out our dedicated tutorial on passwords for more details. If you have a custom domain enabled for your account, you can select to use a different domain for your webinar. This will affect the various links that your registrants and attendees see when moving through your webinar funnel. We also have another dedicated help desk article on this setting as well, so please check that out if you have any questions on this. Lastly, in this section, we have the option to upload a brand logo, and this logo can be shown in your webinar watch room and also in built-in reminder and follow-up emails. After filling in our basic details, we have our webinar schedule. Starting from the top with Instant Watch Sessions, this will enable an option on your registration page for people to join your webinar right away. This essentially allows people to view your webinar presentation immediately without waiting. Here in the Instant Watch Settings pop-up, you can see you can enable or disable Instant Watch Sessions. You can customize the session label that will be shown on your registration page, and you can also choose whether you want the Instant Watch session to redirect people to your webinar watch room or your webinar replay page. For example, you can customize your session label text to say watch replay now and set it up so that the registrant is sent to the replay page. This can be really useful for allowing people to watch a previous recording of your webinar immediately instead of making them wait for a long time until the next webinar session is available. Next up, we have just-in-time sessions. With just-in-time sessions, you can ensure that there's always an upcoming session available to register for whenever people visit your registration page. This is somewhat similar to Instant Watch Sessions, but preserves more of a live feeling for your webinar sessions and can also help ensure multiple people registering around a particular time are grouped together rather than at random times, which can be helpful with live chat engagement. Looking at our just-in-time settings, you can enable or disable this feature, specify when you want the first session to be available within. You can choose between 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and 15 minutes. You can choose the number of just-in-time sessions to display, the minutes between each session, the labels shown for your just-in-time sessions on your registration page, and whether registrants are sent to your watch room or your replay page whenever they register for a just-in-time session. After that, we have our date format setting. This setting allows you to format your webinar session dates throughout your webinar pages, emails, text messages, and more to a particular language and country format. Afterwards, we have our scheduled webinar dates section. This section displays a list of specific or ongoing dates added to your webinar that people can register for. For example, you can add a specific date to your webinar of May 1st, 2026, 1 p.m. America, New York time. You can also add an ongoing date that allows people to register for a session every day at 1 p.m. America, Los Angeles time. There are also some advanced options here. For ongoing dates, you can choose the number of upcoming sessions you want to show. You can choose whether you want to allow people to register for in-progress sessions on your registration page, the labels for these sessions on your registration page, and also whether you want people to be sent to the watch room or replay page whenever someone registers for this particular session. Once you've filled in your basic information and schedule settings, we can move on to the next step. Here on this next step, you'll be shown the option to edit your registration page and thank you page using our powerful page and embed builders. You can select whether you'd like to use our built-in registration and thank you pages or embed a registration or thank you widget onto your own website. Regardless of whether you choose to use our built-in pages or embed our widgets onto your own site, our page and embed builders provide a suite of powerful customization options that allow you to fully customize the text, images, videos, buttons, forms, colors, backgrounds, and more on both built-in pages and embeds. For an in-depth guide on using our page and embed builders, please see our dedicated tutorial in our help desk. But here you can see just how easy it is to choose a high converting registration page template, customize a few things to our liking, add an element or two, and then continue on to the next step. Once we've set up our registration page, we can do the same thing for our thank you page. And we have the same powerful customization options at our disposal with the thank you page builder, plus a variety of page templates to choose from. Once we've finished up our registration page and thank you page, we can move on to the next step of the process. On this next step, we'll be given the option to edit our webinar watchroom, as well as build out our replay page. For the webinar watchroom, you can choose to build it on our platform or embed the watchroom on your own site. The Webinar Watchroom Builder allows you to customize nearly every aspect of the watchroom that attendees will see when they're viewing your presentation. In this tutorial, we'll just go over the basics, but to see a more in-depth guide, please check our article on using the Watchroom Builder in our help desk. Since we're editing an automated webinar, we'll be prompted to set our video source. You can choose to use an uploaded video, use a link to a video, or even use a session recording from a previous live webinar. Once you've set your video source, you'll be able to preview what it looks like as an attendee and even preview specific points in time throughout your webinar by using the webinar timeline feature. You can add things like offers, handouts, polls, and chat simulator messages, and once you add them to your webinar, you'll be able to see them in the webinar timeline, plus actually preview what it looks like in the webinar watchroom page. You can also enable things like live chat, the ask a question box, customize the watchroom colors for branding purposes, and adjust any of the text labels shown on the watchroom page in order to do things like support different languages. Once you've set up the watchroom to your liking, you can optionally build out your replay page, and this can be done using the same powerful editor that we showed to build out our registration and thank you page. With that all done, we can move on to the final step in creating our webinar funnel. On this final step of editing our webinar, you'll be able to set up reminder and follow-up emails, text messages, as well as a large variety of events via our native integrations and webhook features. Here in the email notifications section, we have a wide variety of emails that can be sent out to registrants and attendees. For example, you can enable confirmation emails, reminder emails for a variety of times, attended or did not attend follow-up emails, percentage of webinar watched emails, clicked or did not click webinar offer emails, and so on. You can also fully customize each email, including the email from text, the reply to address, the subject text, and of course the email body text. To learn more about our built-in emails, please see our dedicated help desk article on this topic. Here in the webinar text messages section, you can choose to enable or disable text message reminders for your event. Currently, we support confirmation, one-day reminder, and 30-minute reminder text messages. You can also customize the contents of text messages sent to your registrants. Lastly, we have our webinar integration section. Here you'll be able to set up your webinar to send data to third-party applications via one of our native integrations or webhooks. If you don't see your integration listed here, you can go to your account settings to connect a new integration. As you can see, we support a large list of native integrations, but if you don't see your app listed there, you can also use our integration with Zapier, Pabbly Connect, or webhooks to connect to literally thousands of other third-party applications. And we support a huge variety of events in terms of connecting with these third-party applications. So for example, if you'd like to tag a registrant in a third-party CRM after they attend your webinar, you can easily set that up in this section. To learn more about our third-party integrations, please see our article in the help desk about that. And with all that said, we are done. Now we can just save our settings and return to the webinar's dashboard. Back here on the dashboard, you can see the webinar that we just created. If you click this drop down here, you can see all the options we have here. But to get started with getting registrants and attendees to our webinar, we can go ahead and click this Get Links option. In this pop-up, we can grab all the links we need. For example, we can grab our registration page link, in order to start sending that out to people so that they can register for our webinar. We can also go ahead and preview our registration page from here. We can go to the watch room, check out the replay page, and also go to our control room where we can do things like respond to and moderate live chat messages. So with all that said, you can see just how easy it is to build out your webinar funnel in just a few minutes. That concludes this tutorial. Thanks for watching.